What's up guys, welcome back. Today is a very special video as I'm making a trip to Lough Ouler, which is the heart-shaped lake here in Lough, Ireland. I've tried to make this trip for months now, but every day I've had off to do this, the weather has just been terrible. Way too dangerous to travel up this mountain. So today, conditions are looking pretty good. A little bit windy, you can probably hear that. And aside from that, it's a pretty special video because I just received this, the Canon AE-1 Program. Now I did use one of these cameras before in a previous video, but I only had that as a loaner, whereas this one I now actually own and I'm very excited to start using. So let's make our way up. This is the Canon AE-1 Program, and today I have it paired with a 50mm f1.8 lens. Now look, I know what you're going to say, you're doing scenic photography Alex, you gotta use a wide angle lens. And on one hand, yeah sure you're absolutely right, I should be, but on the other hand, yeah, you're still right, I should be. Feck! First being produced in 1981, the program mode sets the shutter speed and aperture automatically. Unfortunately, it doesn't clean the dust off itself automatically. The trek towards Lough Ouler begins first by making our way up Tonlagee Mountain. Well, it's not a particularly high climb, it is rather steep. I must have stopped about 20 times on the way up to catch my breath, although a couple of kids skipped past me with ease, so maybe I'm just unfit. Or they were just weird, freaky Wicklow mountain kids. I can say that, I'm from Wicklow. Stopping to take photos was such a brilliant cover for being so out of breath. I was able to hide being such a wuss. Overall, it took about 40 minutes of a relentless upward climb. Then the summit was an absolute godsend. There was no more upward climbing, it was just this straight bit of bogland. God, I feckin' loved it. And I don't know what happened here, but the colours of this photo just went weird. But I think it's kind of cool. So I plan to stop here to show you a little bit about the Canon AE-1 Program, but instead, let me show you what we've just found. One of the moments I was most excited for was taking the drone out for a flight. And just my luck, before I could fly it, I'd had to do a software update. This took forever with such weak mobile signal at the peak. In fact, it almost used one battery and half of the controller's battery. I had no choice but to just sit there and wait with my own thoughts.
Why did you leave me?
But eventually, we had liftoff.
Wanna stay? Let's get stupid lazy, my kind of baby. Don't stop, this is my favorite part. Hold me like it's out of style. Imagination is running wild. Eternity is in your smile. Huddle, babe, snuggle, babe.
Once I had my fill of noise polluting the area with my drone, I decided to head back down the mountain towards the car. My boots were absolutely destroyed and my feet were soaked and freezing. However, I had at long last gotten to see the heart-shaped lake. I can tick that off the bucket list and move one step closer to the sweet release of death. Before we get more into actually using the Canon AE-1 Program, I thought I'd show you guys a few of the TV advertisements from when it was first released.
The Canon AE-1 Program, now Shutan priced this low.
I rely on my quickness, my arm, and my big buddy. I rely on my Canon AE-1.
Yankee Willie Randolph, he does it all. Pro photographer Fred Conrad, he catches it all with his Canon AE-1 Program.
Enter the Canon Olympic Go for Gold contest. You could win this exciting 84 Pontiac Trans Am.
The Canon Power Winder that advances the film automatically.
Cos'è questa cosa qua? Mi sembra una cosa veramente strana.
It's a hot new 35mm camera from Canon.
It's just a camera.
You get clear, colorful pictures every time.
The irresistible Canon AE-1 Program.
John, I'm working. Can I have my camera back?
Just one more.
It's hard to put down.
This Canon AE-1 Program's super. Just one more.
The Canon AE-1.
My turn now. Going out for a pass. All right.
With the AE-1, it's easy to shoot like a pro.
There's the Canon Power Winder.
Hey, can I try your Canon? Sure, it's simple.
Here, get to work.
So advanced, it's simple.
After watching quite a few of these ads, you tend to pick up on this slightly sexist undertone, whereby they're pretty much saying the program is so simple to use, even a woman could use it. Here's a few examples of that.
You try it, Peggy.
Really?
It's so simple to use, about all you do is focus.
Mommy!
Click.
Here, your turn, Tracy.
The AE-1 makes it easy to shoot like a pro.
And it's so simple, you flip for it.
Canon's AE-1 program. So advanced. It's simple.
Make a man's camera a woman can use. Canon can. Canon can.
And then every so often you come across one that is just a little bit creepy with the tiniest amount of editing, and I mean the tiniest amount of editing. I've managed to make this one pretty much look like a horror movie. So let's check this out.
I packed my Canon AE-1 with several lenses because I'm after more than just John's form. Creativity means capturing his intensity. His intensity. Intensity.
Try it, John.
Me?
Sure.
The AE-1 is so simple, you can really concentrate on your subject. About all you do is focus and click. It's intensity.
I'm after more than just John's form.
I know what you want. You want me back. And you trusted me, even though you knew you shouldn't. And you loved it. Because I can promise you this. We're not done, no matter what anyone says.
So after watching all that, I think it's time we get back to using the camera. It was so good to finally get to the heart-shaped lake after so many failed attempts. And while it was so cool to finally see it, we didn't really get the opportunity to use the Canon AE-1 program all too much. Which is why today we're back in the forest to really test this camera out. And just like yesterday, we're going to keep using the 50mm lens and Kodak Portra 400 as usual. As 400 is on the film, I've set my ISO to 400. On these old cameras, you're going to find that the setting for ISO is normally labelled as ASA. And a quick Google search shows me that ASA stands for Adult Substance Abuse. Wait, what? Check out my studio's new branch. Okay, I know that joke was really bad. You could say it was a bit wooden. Okay, that joke's really bad too, but it's hard to write jokes for these videos. You know, I'm really quite stumped. Get it? Because of the stump? Yeah. I love Portra 400 as it's so versatile, being useful in pretty much most lighting situations. Plus the colours that it produces are just so nice. I had been missing this for quite some time. I love the peaceful solidarity that goes along with analog photography trips. Concentrating on your settings and composition to make each shot count is like a form of meditation. A costly form of meditation, but still a form of meditation. When your tripod can't get low to the ground, a real pro gamer move is to rest your camera on your bag. This also ensures your camera is in a safe position before the mushrooms kick in. Oh, maybe Google's definition of ASA is right after all. The Canon AE-1 program is still so popular that you're going to find it on eBay at a pretty good price. Along with that, since it is so popular, there are so many different lenses that you can still get for this camera, and a lot of them you're going to find in great condition. The footage for this video was taken with the Fujifilm X-T3 with the kit lens that you can get with it. That's the 18 to 55mm lens. And that is the last shot. So let's have a look at how we unwind the film. So it's pretty simple. Most of these analog cameras all unwind their film the exact same way. So what we need to do is we need to look underneath it and we find a little button just here, so we press that to release the film there. Then we turn it over, flip our lever here, and we just keep turning it clockwise. You'll feel a little bit of pressure as you're doing this. This means the film is winding back up, and as soon as you hear like a little click, a little snap, that means the film is back in its canister. So there we go, I heard that snap. I'll do a couple more just for safety, and then we lift up our lever here, and then one more time to open up the back. And there we have our full roll of film. Canon AE-1 Program. I think this might be the camera for me. As you know, I've been searching for that camera for a very long time, and just like me, this camera is very simple, so user-friendly. I love it in black. I think I prefer it in black than to the silver version of it. And pairing that with Kodak Portra 400 is just such a winning combination to me. I know everyone thinks that maybe Portra 400 is very basic at this point, but a good film stock is really a good film stock, and I can't knock it. So in conclusion, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing, and for this week in the comments I want you to tell me what is your winning combination. So what body do you like to use with what lens and what film? I can't wait to see what that is. Once again, thank you very much. You can find a link to my Instagram in the bio if you want to check that out, and I will see you all in the next one.